The FBI is now investigating after one of the world's largest hotel chains reported a massive data breach. Marriott International says the information of up to 500 million customers may be compromised. Natasha Fata is working on the story. So Natasha, what do we know about this data breach?
Andrew, we should point out that Marriott International is the parent company. It's bought out Starwood Hotels, and Starwood owns a number of different chains of hotels. So they did that purchase 2 years ago. So all the hotels apparently that were affected by this data breach were initially Starwood, now under Marriott. So that's been causing a bit of confusion. We wanted to clear that up. We should also note that CBC News has been able to confirm that Canadian hotels have been affected by this data breach. So it's quite significant. We know the FBI is looking into it. So when you're talking about 500 million people around the world being affected by this, it's quite serious. We know some were just affected in terms of their name and email addresses were accessed. Others had their credit card information compromised. But 327 million individuals had much more serious breaches of their information, including not only their name and mailing addresses, but their passport information, their phone numbers, their genders, their date of birth, when they were traveling, where they were traveling to, what their hotel preferences are. This is private information you don't necessarily want to be giving out to just anyone, and you don't know how it could potentially be manipulated. Now, Marriott says the hacking might have been going on as far back as 2014, so it's certainly quite serious. They have issued a statement apologizing, saying that they haven't met the standards that they mean to, that they know they've let their customers down. And to that effect, they've set up a website and a call center so that anyone who could be affected by this has a place to go for information. They also say they're going to email everyone affected, but 500 million emails is going to take a while to clear up, certainly, Andrew.
So what should people do if they think they may have been affected?
So the FBI issued some information. They said you need to monitor your credit card, your credit information, report any suspected identity theft, because who knows how bad this is going to get. We've also checked in with some experts. So let's bring up the board for some recommendations. So contact your financial institutions, your bank, let them know, hey, I might be affected by this, so just please keep an extra eye on this. Let me know right away if you notice something different. Then they also go on to say another point, which is contact the credit reporting bureaus. Let them know, can you just check up what's happened with my information? And then finally, we have sign up for a credit or identity monitoring service. So this will just monitor any or unusual transactions that you wouldn't normally be taking place. And I know my bank has called me a couple of times saying, did you really spend that money? And in fact, a couple of times, no, I hadn't. My credit card had been compromised. So they do keep an eye on it, but we should as well.
All right, Natasha, thank you.
You're welcome.
Assalamualaikum and a very good morning to Dr. Halima and my fellow friends. Today, we from Group 4 will be presenting about Marriott Crisis Management. My name is Nurul Farzana. I'm going to talk about the introduction and a little bit about their timeline in the Marriott data breach. So in 2018, Marriott has started to find out that there is an unusual things happen in the system. And then they right away contact Essential, the one that handle Starwood guest reservation database, and find out that there is a security tools flag happen, which is all the hacking resources have been there. And then for the further investigation, Marriott has involving a third party and find out there is a remote access Trojan and Mimikatz. Remote access Trojan is a malware program that include backdoor for the administrative control over the target computer. For the Mimikatz is the open sources application that allow user to save and view the authentication credential of the information. So this is the most up-to-date system that been used for the hacker. The investigation also find out that these things has been going on since 2014. That means the hacker have been there for 4 years. The next month after the discovery there is a data breach happen, Marriott involving an FBI and find out that there is a two compressed and encrypted file that contain all the guest information, and the hacker have been made a copy of that file. And then after this thing happened, Marriott took responsibility to make a public announcement on their website and told what happened. And Marriott make an estimation about 500 million guest information have been breached, but they make a follow-up after that, which is 383 million information of the guests have been affected. They also mentioned 80.5 million encrypted passport number, but 5.2 million encrypted passport number have been involved, and approximately 9.1 million encrypted credit card number have been involved. However, Marriott does not receive any claim from their guests about any losses happen in their bank account, and the guest information also have not been leaked into the dark web. That's all for the introduction and sneak peek about timeline in Marriott data breach. So next presenter will be present about what happened, what Marriott do in the crisis.
Assalamualaikum and greetings. My name is Nurul Nadia and I will be presenting about the action taken by Marriott during the crisis. I can say that Marriott is very fast in taking action. This is because after they had discovered how serious the issue is, they quickly contacted the FBI and did a full investigation. On September 8, they had found out how serious the issue was, so 2 days later, they contacted the third-party investigator to do a full investigation. Later, on October 29th, they contacted FBI and handed all of the information that they have gathered. Their second action was, Marriott had decided to do a public announcement on the November 30th on their official website and the guest private apps. This is because they had discovered how serious this issue is and they want to prevent from the words getting out from the others. The third action is they had prepared all the information on their websites regarding what are the current issues and what are the action taken by the Marriott to solve these issues. Other than that, they had also listed all the frequent asked questions. Furthermore, they had also assisted the guests who needed help by providing them the services of call center and also the web monitoring services. The fourth action is like what I've mentioned before, which is the call center. It was operated 7 days a week. They had made sure that the call center is very well staffed so that the guests will not have a long waiting time. In US and Canada, it only takes 9 seconds. Marriott had received up to 50,000 calls in total by February 28. Other than that, Marriott also provided 2 free web monitoring solutions, which is WebWatcher and Experian. WebWatcher is for those who live in the US, UK and Canada, while for other certain countries, they are using the Experian. These apps can detect if there are any private information of the guests being leaked into the internet or the dark web. Moving on to the sixth action by Marriott, which is the claim processing for those who are affected. They had received 17,700 requests from their website, and as they reviewed all the requests, it had been found that there are no information being leaked. This also means that there are no complaints from the guests that there are any strange bank transactions occur. Regarding the passport, all of them need to renew their passports. Lastly, Marriott had speeding up the time to improve the security system and to centralize the database system from Starwood to Marriott database. By December 18, Marriott had successfully stopped using the Starwood guest reservation database for the business operations. That is all from me. Thank you.
Good morning everyone, I'm Pavitra. Today I want to explain about the consequences and possible actual causes. Consequences of the crisis is its reservation system has been compromised. Now as the reservation system has compromised and the hackers stayed in the system for years, they stole billions of data and that's where consequences start. Continue with that, 100 millions of customer record password and credit card numbers stolen, which could have a disastrous personal impact. Next, we will look the consequences of the crisis. The first victim is the Marriott hotel chain, has the business and corporate body. The next guest of the hotel chain has the secondary victim of the crisis, and thirdly, the attacker or causer of the crisis is the Chinese hacker. Firstly, Marriott is the biggest victim as it offered to compensate the customer who data has stolen, has pay for password replacement with a new password numbers, or cover credit card expenses if fraud has taken place. To add that the internal cost of about $28 million as of March 2019 as expenses related to the breach. Moreover, there has another 120 million fine by the UK for violating British citizen privacy. And not more than the secondly is the threat to individual guests of the hotel chain who may have a victim password fraud or the theft of the money using the credit card. Even they still have to go through the trouble of replacing their password with the new numbers and get new credit card for safety and security reasons. Now I want to explain about the possible causes. Possible causes is a suspect as a series of culture and business factor as competitive or corporate. All these claims were initially made without any evidence, and the suspect causes is proven not as the investigation grew deeper to the root causes. Now we move to the actual causes. Actual causes we have three. First is old system by Starwood, because Marriott has not ready to book that many guests when they acute the business. So rather than improve, upgrade to innovate their maintenance, their anti-queue system as part of a new business. Second causes is due to laying off the IT staff in September 2016, which further weakened their digital defense as well. While still using their old system, Marriott laid off the IT technical staff who worked on the system for years in the effort of cutting costs and having profit as their core goals. The third causes is basic secure failing on lack of defense in depth that allow attacker to stay in the system for years. One of the hacker hacked by coming in with malware and left for years was due to non-depth analysis or security check on their system. All these reasons give a perfect opportunity for the hacker to find Marriott as an easy for their illegal activities. That's all from me. Then I'm passed to another presenter. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and greetings. My name is Nurul Najah binti Abdul Halim, and I will be explaining about the critical analysis in Marriott. So firstly, we will look at the crisis management process. Based on the Marriott breach case, it can be seen that they have done a very good job. Firstly, Marriott has practiced transparency towards handling this case, where it updates the situation that has happened. All of this can be seen through the testimony by Marriott CEO Arne Sorensen before the US Senate, where he listed out the timeline of the incident from the start until the end, making everyone clear of the situation. He also listed out how they handle the incidents and the services they provide for their customers who had been breached. This is a good way in handling the public so that the media will not have another say on this matter. With this, it can also be said that Marriott is proactive. It has a good communication plan of noticing the public. They are aware that the crisis would have impacted their business, which led them to a proper care of the guests. Before notifying the public and guests, they had already prepared guest communication documents and coordinated with the external vendors in facilitating the guest notification so that the process will run smoothly. They had created a dedicated website for the guests so that the guests would be updated with the current information regarding the incidents. All the information involved, from the steps that have been taken to the answers of frequently asked questions, are in the website. Not only that, they also had a call center dedicated to the incidents that are available in numbers of languages and can be called 7 days per week. This shows how sensible Marriott is, knowing that they had guests from all over the world. The corporate communication was also found to be excellent, where it is prompt, compassionate, honest, and informative. Next, Marriott has also used only one spokesperson, which is the CEO Arne Sorensen, With this, it develops a trustworthy information and it can also minimize the miscommunication that could happen. Moreover, Marriott's action toward handling the crisis was also very fast, as they are aware of the time ticking. This shows a good crisis management plan to prevent the damage from spreading out. The day they were informed about the Guardian alert, they directly made an investigation and implemented containment after knowing it was the actions from outsiders. They had fast countermeasures. On the same day, they contacted the legal counsel and industry expert to further investigate the scale and scope of the crisis. And after 2 days, they even brought in third-party investigators to conduct a thorough and careful investigation, which led them to discover evidence of malware that had been used by the attackers. They also had been contacting the FBI to help them with the investigation. It can be seen that they have done many things and made fast actions to encounter the crisis. Not only that they had a fast action, but they also had an incredible crisis management team where they had an expert to deal with the crisis. Everything that has been going fast are due to the crisis management team. Their experts have found out many evidence that can help them in discovering the amount of people or customers that had been affected and what type of information the attackers had access to. And after knowing and confirming all of this information, they directly made the public notice via press release, Marriott's websites, and also the Marriott and Starwood Preferred Guest app. This is where the corporate communication and customer service handles very well. Lastly, it has a proper countermeasure. Marriott has offered their potentially affected guests a free 1 year in web monitoring where they would get alerted if their personal data has been found on the internet. Guests were also able to claim if they were affected for fraud. Marriott has also immediately closed down the Starwood guest reservation database and purchased a protection tool that enables a real-time discovery of any suspicious behavior for both Marriott and Starwood, and it is equipped with the next generation antivirus features. This has increased the security system and prevented the same crisis from happening again. From this, we can see that they had a proper countermeasure in managing both the public perceptions and the hotels itself. This helps in maintaining the credibility and shows how responsible Marriott is. Next, I will talk about the theory and model used in the crisis management plan in Marriott. From what I can see, it has used a model from Richardson where the first stage is pre-crisis or disaster, second stage is the actual crisis, and the last step is recovery or damage phase. On the pre-crisis stage, this is when the Marriott decided to merge with Starwood. Marriott has obtained information regarding Starwood's technology before they merged. However, the information was practically limited as during that time, both of them are considered as competitors. And so, when the mergers closed, Marriott decided to centralize the system used for Starwood and Marriott by using only one, which is the Marriott reservation system. But as there were about 1,270 hotels in need of migrating onto the Marriott reservation system, it would take about 2 years, which will disrupt the reservation process for the guests and also the hotel. Hence, they still operated the Starwood system while waiting for the system to be centralized. This is when Marriott invested additional security measures toward the system to prevent anything from happening. Unfortunately, crisis happened, which reached to stage 2. This would not happen if the process of migrating to a new system has been done quickly. During this stage, Marriott was having a crisis of data breach, and this is when they handled the guests and the hotels very quickly. After being able to stop and remove the malware, the last stage happened in the recovery or damage phase. This is when Marriott is trying to gain back the stakeholder trust and strengthen the security system. Therefore, we could conclude that the Marriott is using the Richardson model in the crisis management plan. Thank you.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. So I am Maisara. I will talk about the similar case that we have chosen and compare it with Marriott case. So the company of this similar case is Astro Malaysia Berhad Holdings. Astro suffered a data breach exposing their customers' MyCard data on August 22, 2019. Astro said that they found an unauthorized admittance on their clients' MyCard information, including name, identity card number, sex, race, date of birth, and address. Astro also said that there is less than 0.2% of their customers was affected. Other than that, Astro also claimed that there is no financial data of their customers have been disclosed. As soon as they found out about this case, Astro immediately addressed this incident and stopped the unauthorized access. Then, Astro informed about this case to the Police, Malaysian Communication and Multimedia Commission (MCMC) and the Department of Personal Data Protection (JPDP). Astro also confirmed that they are working closely with the authorities to deal with this issue. To support active criminal inquiries, Astro are not willing to comment on the incident. They said that they take the security of the personal information of their customers seriously, and they have taken measures to develop and further enhance of their safety. So, from both of these cases, we can see that both Astro and Marriott had been fast in taking action. They took immediate action as soon as they realized about the case. Both organizations handled their case professionally by using authorities which is FBI and police. Both Marriott and Astro are very responsible towards their customers that are affected on this issue. They both contact their customers that are affected and inform about this issue. This shows that Marriott and Astro had a good crisis management team to deal with the crisis. One of the difference here is Marriott has given free 1-year web monitoring for their customer to check or detect if their data is being used illegally online or their data being distributed. But Astro did not give anything to their customer to counterback this issue. This shows that Marriott is better at taking care of their customers compared to Astro. Marriott also seems more concerned about their customer compared to Astro. Other than that, after informing the police, Astro also not willing to comment anything about this issue. This should not happen in crisis management. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and greetings to all. My name is Nur Najah binti Hidayatullah and I will present about the lesson learned by Marriott from these incidents. Marriott data breach was stated as the second largest breach in history of the cyber attack. There is several lessons that can be learned from this incident, and the first one is the insurance for the cyber-like attacks. Marriott takes around 3 months to collect the data and investigate these incidents. It is said the cost for this company to settle up the breachings and handling incidents are 99% is covered by the insurance. Therefore, Marriott believes that in the future, it is important to find the right insurance in this business to avoid the breaching and hacking to be happen again. The second one is data and network security is one of the most crucial among the lessons learned by the Marriott. Marriott planning to upgrade and increase the number of layers on the protection of their systems. At the same time, to encountering the breachings, they want to use segmentation by putting internet protection, which is IP, to protect the security and the sensitivity of the data. The third one is merger and acquisition is based on the conscientiousness. What I mean in this part is the fact that Marriott have to take responsibilities for both a company, Marriott and Starwoods, on when the merger is take place. After the merger of the both company, Marriott have the limited resource and also knowledge in handling the system in Starwood because of numerous number of layoff of the former employees that working in the Starwoods. And so they learn that gaining enough resource and knowledge is important before the merger and acquisitions. The fourth one is monitoring and response. On this part, the investigation show that they need to regularly monitor and update their system to find in order to find any unauthorized or user that trying to interfere inside the database. Their lack of focus on maintaining is one of the causes that causing this incident in the first place. And the last one is about the management support, which is it focuses on the board of director point of views. Marriott team of the board of directors are very lack in their knowledge and terms and also support in the cyber securities. They admitted in these cases that they have a very few knowledge and expertise, which is causing them to seek and help on the outsider, which is it is disadvantageous for them because they need to reveal their data and also their private company information, which it can create another crisis in the future. Marriott realized that the making an effort for putting more attention on support the cybersecurity and also networking is important for their business in the future. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Siti Aisyah binti Muhammad Azmi and now I will present about the recommendation for this crisis. Okay, the first recommendation is to reveal the story quickly. By revealing the story quickly can help the organization to reduce the number of rumors. And according to the Marriott hotel crisis, the organization they have to 1 month to reveal their story, and during that time of period, they have a lot of rumors, they have a lot of assumption, and also the customer itself feel really angry to the organization because they feel like the company did not really care with this crisis. The second recommendation is to reveal the decision that has been made. Reveal the decision to ensure that all the people will get the clear information what kind of solution, what kind of action that have been taken by the organization. And according to the Marriott hotel, the spokesperson has mentioned that this crisis occur between two countries, which is China and also United States. And the spokesperson also has mentioned that the president of United States and also the president of China will attend some meeting to do a negotiation to solve the problem. But after the president attend the meeting, the spokesperson did not give any statement or any words about the decision that have been made, about the detail in negotiation, and the spokesperson is only keep quiet after the president attend the meeting. And the third recommendation is to provide some voucher. By provide some voucher, it will show that the company have a concern and also to help the company to build back their trust with the other people. And according to the Marriott hotel, the customer they need to change their account credit card number and also their passport number to ensure that their personal information will be secure. This is because their personal information they have been hacked by the other people. And to change their credit card number and also their passport number, the customer they need to use their own money to change it. And it is really good when the company able to provide some voucher to the customer to show that they're really concerned with this crisis, and also to help the organization to build back their trust with their customer. The last recommendation is to spread the information to ensure that all the people get that information that have been said by the organization. And based on the Marriott hotel crisis, the company has provided the free service to the customer to monitor their personal information, either their personal information have been used illegally or not. But that information did not be spread widely. They have some of the customer didn't know that the company have provided this service. This is because in Marriott hotel they did not only have a local customer, but they also have the customer from another country. So the Marriott hotel they need to ensure that they're able to spread this the information to the all people. They need to use all the mediums such as media social, newspaper, magazine, and so on to ensure that their information will be spread widely. And I think that's all from me. Thank you.
So as all my friends have been story about the Marriott data breach, I make a conclusion that even though Marriott late in discovery their data breach, but they took an immediate action by seeking all the experts, starting from the ones that handle the system, and then move further to the third party, and then next to the FBI for the further investigation. So this is immediate actions that Marriott do in order to save all the data of the guests. So Marriott took a really good responsibility to tell the guests about what happened and what the guests need to do. And then they also post all the information in this website, and to keep to keep the guests updating about what happened, what did Marriott do, and then they also have the features for fact, which is all the inquiry about their guests will be posted on the system and they will answer it. And then they also have a feature for call center, which is good because whatever that guest feeling like have a question, they will directly contact in the system, which is the call center. I want to add on that the system also have a multiple language, which is easier for the all the guests from the all over country to access to the website and have those information in their language. So that's all from our group. Thank you for listening.